It's March 7 today, and I am continuing on with my Death Valley excursions. It's about 7:45, and I am doing the Golden Canyon Loop Trail. I'm gonna do the big trail, so it's gonna be 8 miles, provided there are no insurmountable obstacles that I can't overcome, like it seems to be happening on other trails to me. So I'm excited. This is supposed to be spectacular. This is supposedly the most popular trail in the park, so I'm getting an early enough start today that I haven't seen anybody on the trail yet. So I'm excited about that. It's been so windy every night, and last night was the worst night. I thought my tent was gonna blow away with me. And of course I couldn't sleep very well. It's just too windy here. Can you see why this is called the Golden Canyon? This is so beautiful, and there's clouds today, which makes it extra special and hopefully not so hot. I was thinking early this morning about how so many people in camp, they're all jibber-jabbering away, talking away, and then 10, 11, the whole camp is silent. Everybody goes to sleep at that time. And I just found that quite profound, actually. There's little side trips you can take, go exploring, but I'm not going to. If evolution preaches survival of the fittest, then why do people and animals and creatures go to sleep at night? That's pretty sombering thought. We should all be hustling and bustling and scurrying and hurrying all the time. Why is there rest? I believe that God put within each person the need to rest. One of my favorite Bible verses is, "Come unto me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." All creatures, whether man or beast or insect or reptile, they all need to rest. That is so interesting. How come rest became evolutionized? For those of you who believe in evolution. God doesn't just give physical rest, though. I believe there's a deeper rest that He gives. So that's your homework assignment, is to look up rest in the Bible and tell me in the comments what you've come up with, what rest means. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, that's what I thought about while I was resting last night. Even though I couldn't sleep, I was at least resting. Still helps the body rejuvenate so that you can go for more and more hikes. There's a bunch of spurs on this trail, so now I'm taking off on the Red Cathedral Trail. It's 1/2 mile to the end point. Okay, this looks interesting. Can I make it through here? Oh boy, keeps getting tighter and tighter. so far getting there. Good obstacle course. Well, hello, red cathedrals. I'm ultimately doing the Gower Gulch loop. However, I'm going up to Zabriskie Point now, another spur side trip trail. Totally different terrain now. Oh boy, I think there's a lot of climbing in my future. That must be Zabriskie Point. Okay, yep, it's steep. A much better view of the red cathedrals from up here. This is what you call a cliffhanger, and I'm not using hiking poles. Silly, because that's where it goes down to. I'm so thrilled for the clouds today. Makes it even more beautiful. Safely made it to the top and now going back down a different direction. Just beautiful. Oh, I love it. Lovely, but kind of sketchy to be up here with the wind blowing like this. Well, the healing hiker rating for this Golden Canyon loop is a 5 out of 5 for sure. But don't do it if you're scared of heights, because there are some very sketchy places. I'm so glad I got to do this today. The weather temperature is just right in the morning, and there was finally some people started coming, but still not too bad. Highly recommended. Some more narrow passageways. I'm supposed to get down that. Sorry, but I have to shut the camera off for this. While I'm here, this is so cool to see all these rocks within a big rock. That's so neat. It's all over the place. It was way too windy for you to understand what I was saying, but I completed the circuit in 3 hours, and it was so windy that I had to hold on to my hat some time. I was so glad that I came early because now there was a lot of people, and if I was really ambitious, I should walk the other way because you can see new sights going in the opposite direction. But I was not that ambitious. When I got back to my camp, my tent had blown, and I tied it to the picnic table, and it was still blowing fiercely. I had my pad in there and my sleeping bag and some other stuff, and it just didn't hold it at all. So I got discouraged and packed up and left. I tried to get refunded, but they wouldn't refund my money. The first stop after camp was going to Devil's Golf Course. People like to try and walk on there, but it's not that fun. It's pretty sharp and it's made up of salt. This is the natural bridge. Pretty impressive. Water carved this out. End of the trail. This is what they call a dry waterfall. Kind of an oxymoron, hey? I just met a lady whose grandmother or grandparents used to live in Bonners Ferry. How funny is that? And last night a couple saw me sitting in my car and she came over and invited me for dinner at their campsite. I had to decline. But how nice! Americans are so sweet and so nice. Another dry waterfall, a very, very tall one. After the natural bridge, Badwater Basin was my final stop. This geographic region, known as the Basin and Range, is spreading apart, fracturing the Earth's crust along parallel fault lines. Huge blocks of land between the faults tilt like seesaws as the extension continues. As the lowest point in the Western Hemisphere, Death Valley belongs to a worldwide geographic rogues gallery whose members share these defining features. To have exposed land below sea level, an extremely dry climate is necessary. In wet climates, low places fill with water and overflow to the sea. A dry climate evaporates water, leaving behind salt flats or briny lakes. Like most of these locations, Death Valley was not created by a river's erosion. Movements in the Earth's crust have dropped it to such great depths. Look on the cliff behind you. Can you spot the sign that marks sea level? Sea level is the average elevation of the world's ocean surface and is the standard from which all other elevations are measured regardless of tides. Sea level remains constant. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, peace.